ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Gray, and this is Just Plain Living.
Good morning. I'm Peggy Burton.
And good morning. I'm Jim Fuller.
Good to see you guys.
It's crisp and cool outside.
It's
Doesn't
beautiful.
it feel wonderful?
It is absolutely beautiful. I just looked at the sunrise this morning and thought, man, it's nice to be alive on a day like this.
Yeah.
I loved
And
it, yeah.
It's nice to be alive on any day.
On any day.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's kind of chilly. It was in the low 50s, high 40s this morning.
The frost was almost on the pumpkin.
Almost, and it is pumpkin time.
I
There's
know.
no doubt. Look at that little pumpkin right back there behind me. Isn't he
He's
special?
good, yeah. I have a black cat. Does that count?
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
That works out nicely for Halloween.
How about your broom? Is it ready to
My
go?
broom is loaded and revved up.
Revved up, ready to
Ready
go.
for takeoff, yeah.
All right, that's great. You know, it's the time of year that so many things go on. We have a lot of information for you this morning
I know.
on the show, and
A lot of
there's just so
things
much happening around, and it's great.
It's good to
lot
stay
of good
busy.
things. And this is an area to where if you say there's nothing to do, you're not looking very hard.
That's right.
You're in the
That's
wrong
right.
house or something, yeah.
It's only 82 days till Christmas, I think I heard
82 days, and you're already counting.
I heard it on the news
Aw,
or something
that's
this
so
morning.
cute.
You know,
That means it's only 80 days till I'll start shopping.
yeah, John shops at the last minute. He's
I'm
one of
not
those-
shopping. I just can't get into that. I wish that I could get excited about shopping. I have never gotten excited about shopping.
You either need it or you don't.
Well,
You
maybe
need it
so.
or you don't. You can afford it or you can't.
Well,
That's pretty simple as far as I'm concerned.
there's just a lot of stuff out there that I don't need.
Yeah.
And that I don't want.
We all have a whole lot of things and stuff. We all have way too much stuff.
I agree. Now,
Way too much stuff. You know what I've noticed though recently, and talking to people, and I think it's pretty cool because we're involved in South Jackson and the Arts Center, and I've noticed that a lot of people are spending their money instead of on stuff, they're spending it on experiences, memories.
Experience.
They're
Yeah.
going more to plays, and they're going more looking and seeing stuff and learning new things, because I think everybody's realized I don't need another shirt. I've got as many trinkets on that flat surface back there that I can put on.
now that's not to say we shouldn't be shopping in Tullahoma.
Well, no, I mean you have to shop, but I think a lot of people are spending their money buying experiences, going to concerts, going to plays, going to taking little short vacations.
Because when you get my age, that's what you remember. It's
Sure.
the memories
You're
that
probably right.
of an experience.
Probably right. Here we are talking about.
I mean, if you're lucky enough, you can still remember.
That's
Yeah,
a
we-
fact.
Your name again?
That's a fact.
we have sort of a short opening this morning because we have a full show, but there's one thing I'd like to say. We lost a good fellow this week.
Yes, we
Cousy
did.
Moore. Steve Cousy Moore passed away, and a great man, great Tullahoman, great Wildcat supporter, just one of those kind of guys that you see around all the time, and full of life, and he'll be missed. His funeral is this afternoon, and this is Tuesday morning at 2:00, and so we'll go.
Cousy's a former alderman as well.
Yeah, sure
Former
was.
alderman,
Sure
yeah.
was. So we'll miss you, buddy. And with that said, we'll be back after this commercial break, and we have all kinds of great stuff today, so don't you go away.
With over 30 years' experience servicing the Tullahoma area, Mike's Tire, Brake, and Muffler has become a household name in Middle Tennessee. As a family-owned business, Mike and his wife Lisa, along with their sons Jamie, Justin, and Jody, have assembled a crew that delivers quality service to go with quality products. As the only authorized Michelin and Goodyear dealer in Tullahoma, they have become the tire store of choice, being named the Tire and Brake Store of the Year multiple times. They also rent Penske trucks and are an interstate battery dealer. So if you need tires, brakes, mufflers, a battery, or maybe rent a truck, go to the place you can trust. Call Mike's Tire, Brake, and Muffler at 931-455-5150. Located at 732 North Jackson in Tullahoma, Tennessee.
What is Rotary? We're a network of people like you. In fact, we're the original social network. More than 1 million of us live just about everywhere you can think of. And we mean everywhere. We get together to exchange ideas, grow our businesses, and make new friends. We volunteer to help our own communities or someone else's. We're right around the corner. Come join us. The name is Rotary. Rotary International. You're welcome.
This facility was built literally on the international date line to bring Charter customers tomorrow's technology first. Like Charter Internet, which was just made faster again. With speeds up to 100 megs, you can download a movie in 2 minutes. The #1 internet service provider in the nation. Click.
Fogelman, good luck with the presentation tomorrow.
Already nailed it.
Get Charter Internet Express for only $19.99 a month.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and this segment of our show is called Police Pointers, and how appropriate it is that we have the Tullahoma Police Chief, Paul Blackwell, joining us on the set today to talk about interesting subjects always, and today's your topic is, you want to talk about?
What happens when the power goes out?
That's important.
And of course, the reason I say that is because this past Sunday morning, we did have a power outage. About 10:30 in the morning on a Sunday. I'm not sure how far it extended, but I know at least the North Jackson area was affected, which meant the traffic signals, the businesses, everything that ran off electricity was affected. And I was in my car going to one of the stores and was at one of the major intersections, the one by Zaxby's by the hospital. And the signal was out, and people were just ignoring the fact that there was no red light, green light, yellow light, and we're just going through the intersection. And I told my wife, this is not, maybe the right word is scary, because people did not do what they're supposed to do when the electricity is out.
And that would be, you're going to tell us
you
that.
treat right when the power is out, when there's no signal, you treat it as a four-way stop intersection. So everybody comes to a stop, and then the principles apply for a stop sign. But you can only imagine how scary, or you're just waiting for that accident to happen when you have people that are driving 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour through an intersection without regard to the other cars around them. And Jackson is such a heavily traveled route. We're talking trucks and everything going through there. So it was really concerning that people did not know or didn't apply that principle of coming to a complete stop, making sure the intersection's clear before going through it.
It's amazing because last week, the last time you were on, which is the week before last, we were I think your topic was, you were talking about four-way stop.
We were talking about four-way stop signs. We were, and this is very concerning because an accident could happen there so easily. And as I left the intersection and could look in my mirror and all, I could still see cars going through that intersection without stopping. And it may be one car would stop in one lane, another car would just go right past him. And it's like, are you not paying attention? Why is this car stopping? And, so it's really concerning, and people need to understand that when those signals are out, you must stop. Now, it takes a little bit of time for the police to get there to start directing traffic. But if you were to take Jackson, and I kind of did a quick count, on Jackson Street, there's at least 6 signal-controlled intersections.
Right.
And if we only have 5 or 6 officers working, that means an officer at every intersection. We don't have anyone available to answer calls or to work accidents. And so resources become very limited on something like that. So the people have to step up and understand that this is what we do when the signal is not working.
Right.
Come to a complete stop. And if this one lasted, I think it lasted about an hour Sunday. That's a lot of time for an accident to occur or for an officer to be out directing traffic. So again, I would ask the people to remember that when those signals are out, treat it as a four-way stop sign. Be conscious that the car to your left or right may not do what they're supposed to do. And intersection accidents are so, we have them happen so much when the lights are working.
Right.
Imagine how it gets multiplied when there are no lights working.
Oh, I can imagine. Were there accidents, any accidents that you were aware of?
Not that I was aware of.
Right.
Fortunately, the officers got out there quickly. But again, at 10:30 on a Sunday morning, give it another hour when church starts getting out and the roads really become congested. If those signals aren't working, there's the high potential for some accidents, serious accidents.
Yeah, I can imagine. And you were on your way to the store, so you probably weren't in uniform. So if you really decided you wanted to do something about that, you first have to explain to everybody, hey, I'm really a policeman.
Really. When you're off duty, sometimes it's good to be a very good witness as opposed to getting involved in something.
Right.
But yes, that's... the visibility of the officer in the intersection, they wear the reflective vest, the presence of the car, it gets people's attention. But if just a lay person were out there trying to direct traffic, again, that might multiply the potential for an accident.
Not only that, I've noticed that when the officers are doing that, they appear to know what they're doing, to the extent that I'm not sure a lot of people that don't do that.
Directing traffic at a major intersection is something that you have to be practiced at and skilled, because otherwise, you stand there going in circles.
Right.
And of course, the drivers get frustrated at you because you may not let them go. And so it does become a skill that you have to practice, because if you get thrown into somewhere like Jackson, North Jackson and Washington, there the Zaxby's, the hospital area, that's a major intersection.
Yes, it is.
You know, 2 lanes going each direction, a turn lane, and then another turn lane. And you've got to be conscious of all of that.
Now, we might just kind of rehash real quick the rules. I think that let's see if I remember them. You told me that whoever gets there first in a four-way stop has the right of way.
Right.
And if you arrive at the same time, the one on the right.
If you arrive at the same time or very close to the same time, the vehicle to the right has the right of way. Now, if we talk, there's some places where maybe all 4 cars arrive about the same time. Then it's, make eye contact, make some hand gestures, friendly hand gestures. So somebody knows whose turn it is to go.
Right.
Communication's important, and that eye-to-eye contact when you're looking at someone, and if they tell you to come on, I think you can feel pretty comfortable that they're giving you the right of way.
And that really works, I think, because there's a 4-way stop on Washington Street, Washington Street, that I go through several times a day, and people are always pretty nice about that.
And if you watch people, which as a police officer we try to develop the skill of looking at people, because you can almost predict what they're going to do. You see a car approaching a stop sign. And if you watch the person, their habits, their body language, you can tell pretty much if they're going to do a rolling stop or if they're going to come to a complete stop, how quickly they're approaching that intersection. If they're approaching it pretty quickly, you can pretty much count on they're not going to come to a complete stop.
Right.
So a lot of it is watching and observing people's body language, and the more you do it and practice it and play that game with yourself, I bet that one's not going to stop.
Right.
They're not going to do a very good job of it. You start to develop that keen sense of need to watch this one.
Yeah.
And I know that's hard for the normal driver to drive, because they're not doing what police officers do 8 hours a day. But even regular drivers can look at a car sometimes and say, This person's not going to stop. They're not paying attention.
And and you are required to stop. Rolling stops.
And we talked about that. Yes,
it is permitted.
Per the state code says a total ceasing of movement.
I hope that what we're doing here on Living actually everybody focuses on it as I do, because I was coming to work on Sunday morning. There was no traffic out there, and I'm rolling up to the stop sign over there on Grundy Street, and I remembered what Paul said, and then I looked up and there was a police officer sitting right across the street checking that out. So
when officers have reports to work on and everything, we tell them, strategically go to one of the stop signs in your zone that is notorious for people running and just sit there, work on your reports, be seen, and make people aware. But as you said, how many people will roll through that stop sign and there's a police officer sitting there and they'll say, I never saw you.
Right, exactly.
Then the answer is, had you stopped and looked left and right, you would have saw us.
Yeah, okay. All right, Paul, thank you so much for coming by today.
Thanks for having me.
Good information. Folks, we'll be right back with more living right after this.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and signed sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
The Charter Triple Play lets you experience TV, internet, and phone the way you want with no contracts. Hooked on HD? Now over 100 HD channels available. Movie lover? Get 10,000 on-demand movies and shows. 1,500 in HD, including movies in 3D. Missing your favorite shows? Record and watch TV with DVR service for 4 rooms and over 780 hours of storage space. Get Charter TV for $29.99 a month. Photo fiend, music fan, video streamer? Switch to super fast Charter Internet and do it all with the bandwidth to support all your devices. At 30 megabits per second, Charter Internet is 10 times faster than the phone company's DSL. Get Charter Internet for $29.99 a month. Want more talk for less? Charter Phone has unlimited long-distance calling with no added fees like the phone company charges. Get Charter Phone for $29.99 a month. The new Charter Triple Play. TV, internet, and phone for just $29.99 a month each when bundled. Call 855-81-T-PLAY now.
Welcome back to Living. Our Tullahoma Parks and Recreation Department has the most wonderful lady, Meryl Meadows. I was about to say,
Audrey's cousin.
Yes, there you go. How are you?
I'm doing good. How
I know
are you?
You've got a list of things a mile long that's going on in this town, and so I'm going to leave it to you, sort of. What do you want to start with?
I never usually write it down, and so I had to today.
There's a lot of things happening.
Well, we have 2 big events coming up. We have our fall concert series at Fraser McEwen Park, and actually a little later we have a couple of our singers who will be up here talking about something else they're doing. We're going to start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon at Fraser McEwen Park, and we'll have our 2012 THS Tullahoma High School Idol finalists, and they'll be performing from about 4 to 5, 5:30. Yeah, isn't it
And are we
great?
talking about this week?
Talking about this
Saturday.
weekend. This Saturday at
my.
Fraser McEwen Park at 4 o'clock. Be there, be square, you know.
And it's right.
And it's free.
I know, you can't beat the deal.
You can't beat the deal. You know,
and it's going to be a pretty day, too, I think.
And it's going to be pretty, I know, probably one of the last great fall weekends that we're going to have.
And a wonderful time to spend with your children, your family.
Oh, yeah, and we've got the beautiful playground there. We've got the Rocket Park. That's a beautiful, just great facility for the kids to climb all over. 4 o'clock Saturday,
4 o'clock
Saturday. Well, we're going to have the THS Idols opening for us, and then we're going to have Casey Smith. And I think most people here in Tullahoma know who Casey Smith is.
Yeah.
She's Shelby the girl, and she's
very talented.
Very talented. She performed most recently at the 41A Music Fest.
Yeah.
And she'll be starting at 6 o'clock.
Good.
And she'll be pop-oriented country type thing, and plus her originals. And she's actually bringing her full band with her this
wonderful.
time. So we're going to have a great full sound there. And then...
Will there be a stage?
There'll be a stage, there'll be lights,
Yeah,
there'll be all sorts
there'll be
of
the whole
stuff.
thing. And you need to bring your chairs and
Bring lawn
blankets.
chairs, coolers, blankets. We don't check coolers. And also, we're going to have a real special treat at 8:30. We're going to have Cumberland Blue. They are an award-winning high school jazz and blues band. They represented
What fun!
They represented Nashville, of all things.
That's marvelous.
At the Memphis Jazz and Blues International Festival this year. So that's going to be a great thing to have. And so we've got the THS Idols singing their songs and doing that variety. Then we have Casey doing pop country. Then we have jazz and blues. So, I mean,
what a
we
way to
cover
spend an
it.
evening. It's not just one little thing.
No, and we're going to have food. So you can have dinner and a date.
You can buy. There's different concessions open.
Different concessions. George is going to be bringing his barbecue. We'll have barbecue,
Ooh, that sounds good,
nachos,
yeah.
hamburgers, hot dogs, regular barbecue.
Just
we'll
a
have
fun
Italianized.
time.
Oh, fun.
And I think it's going to be warm.
It's going to be warm. I think it's going to be about 80 degrees.
Yeah, so it's going to be perfect.
You know what else we have going on?
What?
We have our brand new disc golf course opening up, and we're going to do 4 days of opening.
Or to explain the disc golf course.
Okay. Well, I used to know it as frisbee golf.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just throw it in there. We have it's 18 holes. It's next to East Middle School or behind East Middle School. It used to be called the outdoor classroom there. We've really vamped that up. Great holes, great walking area too.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
What
we're going to
fun.
start Wednesday afternoon. The kids get out of school on October the 30th anyway. They get out early on Wednesdays. 2 o'clock from 2 to 4, we're going to do 12 and under. We're going to show you how to play disc golf. And then from 4 to 6, we're going to play. Anybody else can come on out and play. We'll have some discs there.
And this is totally free?
Totally free. Totally free. Thursday we're going to have disc golf tours.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a great walking trail too. So even if you don't want to play, you can come on out.
So on the walking trail, about how far is that?
We're trying to line that out. We think it's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles.
That's good. That's a good walk.
That's a great walk, and it's
That's
through the woods
wonderful.
a lot of it. So, and then Friday we're doing our official grand opening at 1:30. Ribbon cutting. Come on out and join us.
And that will be.
And that's going to be Friday, November the 1st
Where?
at 1:30 at the disc golf course.
At the disc golf course.
And then we're going to do a 9-hole scramble afterwards. And then Saturday, November the 2nd, we have a grand opening disc golf tournament and registration. You can call me at 461-1080 for registration information, or just go to D.W. Wilson Community Center. We're going to have forms there. Or you can go to bluegrassdiscgolf.org. That's the official site. We have
Bluegrass Disc Golf.
Yes, this is our disc golf consultant who's helped us with this course. So, like I said, we got lots of stuff coming up. Great stuff for young families to get out and do.
I'm
The disc golf is free.
This sounds like such fun.
Oh, it is.
I know.
It is. It's
and
great
you did
exercise.
such a great job.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, we're all part of the
You're
Get
trying to
Fit
keep people
Tullahoma.
moving, yeah.
Keep them moving.
Keep
That's
moving.
what you've got to do. You know, I mean, movement is great for everything. It's great for your weight, great for depression if you're depressed. Get you outside.
Keep you from whining.
Keep you from whining
I
and
know,
crying.
we need that.
So I invite everybody to come on out and give me a call at 461-1080. Go to the TullahomaTN.gov website if you want more information,
And you
or
can-
stop by and see
don't
me.
miss it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
so good, Meryl. We'll be back with more of Living.
Okay.
On the train test range, the search for any possible weakness continues. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
Hello, my name is Joe Stroop with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. I'm here to talk to you about a couple incentives that are going on between now and the end of the year. First is your federal tax credit up to $300. Secondly, 0% financing up to 15 months on XL products. Third, fall promotion up to $1,100. Finally, $500 incentives from your local power distributor. Please give us a call at 455-8757. Thank you.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Cove Lake, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Martin Weakley, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, Rugby in the Big South Fork, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Weather vanes are one of the oldest methods of weather prediction. While there are a multitude of designs, the most sensitive weather vane is this rather unattractive dish shape. It detects rain, sleet, snow, even wind. You know it's working because when the bad weather comes in, your TV signal goes out. Quite ingenious.
Outdated satellite technology is no match for clear, reliable TV from Charter.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here today in Manchester, Tennessee, and where there's a big event coming off up here in just about 30 minutes from now. I'm talking to Roger Steele, who is kind of the head of this organization.
Chairman, yes, that's right.
Okay, what is your official title, Roger?
I'm the chairman of Manchester Old Timers Day.
Oh, okay. Now, this has got to be very gratifying for you because of how this has grown this year. I think you did it again last year, but you've been out of the Old Timers Day parade business for a while.
Well, in 2007, the city and everybody just kind of gave it up because of lack of attendance, probably. It was at the park, and it was in August, but probably too hot for everybody to come down. But we tried to get the city to take it back, and they didn't have any interest in it, so we created a board, and they elected me chairman, and this is the second year that we've been doing it. Last year it was 82 degrees on Friday, Saturday it was 55. And we still had a good turnout, but I'm expecting today to be a great turnout.
Well, you couldn't ask for any better weather today, and I think the rain is not really in the forecast.
That's right. It's later on, so we've got stuff planned all the way till about 8 o'clock tonight. The parade will be coming through in just a few minutes, so we're very excited to see what we've been working hard on all year.
Tell us a little bit about what's going to go on downtown here on the square in Manchester today.
Well, the parade's going to come through a little bit after 10, and then at 11 o'clock we've got singers all day long. The last performer is going to be at 6 o'clock. It's Eric Haggard. He's a little country rockish, little old blues kind of, so we thought that'd be appropriate to finish up with that. But also at 1 o'clock we have kids games taking place, the old-fashioned kids games. We have ice cream eating contests, egg tosses, and things like that, like it used to be. And everything we're doing is free. We have the National Guard rock walls coming, so that'll be something free for everybody to get up on too. So all our kids games free. They win money as prizes. We have a grease pole. The Humane Society gets all the money for the grease pole, so that's a good thing that we're doing for them. So, and they really seem to enjoy that with the kids going up and down that pole.
What about the entries for the parade? Are you pleased with that today?
Yeah, it's bigger than last year, and part of the problem too is there's about 4 festivals going on this weekend right now, so probably they had already had their plans, and with the weather and everything, they couldn't be at all places at one time. So we've got about 70 entries, but there's more than that because some of them have 4 in one entry, counting the police departments. We've got a bunch of antique tractors coming up after the parade. They're going to be parking right in here, so people can walk by and see them. And then we have antique tractors in the parade also. They'll be parked up here after the parade.
Speak a little bit about your Grand Marshal. I thought that was pretty cool.
Jim and Margie Gore. Jim Gore was one of the founders, and he drove the Grand Marshal in the first Old Timers Day, and then he drew our logo, which is the courthouse, and he's given us prints and everything too. So on every stationery we have the courthouse, and he's done so much for the community. And then Margie Gore, she was a teacher for 40 years, I believe, and she was also over the Children's Advocacy Center and Manchester Arts Center. She's very, very active in that. So she's been helping the community for most of all her life.
Okay. This man is really busy today, but we were able to snag him just a bit, for just here a second here. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
With today's program, it looks like it's going to be a great one.
Well, thank you all for coming. Thanks.
gentlemen, may I have your attention, please, for the following public service announcement. He's back! The Watkins Man is back, bringing his world-famous Watkins products to 104 East Lauderdale Street in Tullahoma, where Richard and Stephanie Carpenter have opened the area's only Watkins store. Since 1886, Watkins has produced all-natural products, starting with the pain liniment and now including soaps, oils, creams, scrubs, royal jelly, beeswax, supplements dedicated to natural health and pain management, cover total external and internal body care. And don't forget the world-famous spices, extracts, teas, and cooking ingredients. With too many products to list, know that all Watkins products are 100% natural using the highest quality ingredients obtainable. Always remember with Watkins, when you buy the best, you use less.
From the beginning, the Corley quadruplets were completely identical. They did everything together. They even recorded the same shows on their DVR. Until one day, fortunately, Charter offers 4 DVRs for only $19.99 a month. Now they can record and watch their own shows and live like the free-spirited individuals they've become. Get service on 4 DVRs for $19.99 a month with Charter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is fall. We talked about it early today, and it's crisp outside, and the leaves are going to start changing and falling, and that brings about one of the times that I like best, and that's Halloween and spooky, scary things. And at South Jackson, there is going to be an event, and this is Fallon and Skylar, and they're here to explain to us about what's happening there, and it's got something to do with Edgar Allan Poe.
Yes, sir. PACT, Performing Arts for Children and Teens, we always put on a haunted house, and this year it is walking through the mind of Edgar Allan Poe, one of the greatest American horror novelists of all time, in my opinion. If you're not familiar with Poe's work, you can still come, because we're going to be telling the stories as you go along. Each room will be a different story. So it's going to be pretty exciting. We're both actors in it, so we're very excited.
The groups are also going to get like a brief kind of overview about Poe's life so that you're not completely lost when you go in. We're going to do stories like The Telltale Heart and The Raven and The Cask of Amontillado.
Both The Raven.
Exactly. So it'll be really cool.
And the dates for it are October 17th, 18th, and 19th, which is a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then the following weekend is the 25th and 26th, which is a Friday and Saturday. And it'll be between 7 and 10 p.m.
It's for ages 10 and up, and admission is $5 each.
So I was thinking maybe it would be on stage, but what you're going to do is have different rooms.
Yes.
Which I think is really cool. So people will be able to come in and they'll be able to go to one room and hear like The Raven, and they'll be in that room. Someone will sort of be given a little history.
But we won't just be quoting poetry. I mean, Poe's a scary dude.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
it's there. Yes, there will be other haunted houses around here that will be more blood and guts and in your face, but this one I think will be more creepy, keeping you awake at night kind of. Yes.
It's more get inside your head and make you really kind of think about things.
Because what's interesting about it is every tour guide for each group is going to be an Edgar Allan Poe.
Yes.
And you will see him slowly go crazy throughout the whole thing.
Yes.
So it's definitely going to be interesting.
Now, who's producing this?
PACT,
but
our director is Eric Peterson, and I think he's very involved in PACT, and he's really great, and he's very organized. Normally Erica Wonder has put it on, but I think this year she's giving the reins over to Eric.
And he's done a really good job this year with organizing what rooms we're going to do, what different parts you can play in it, and just basically how the whole thing is going to be set up.
Right. Well, she's given her heart over to him as well.
Oh, I love that so much. Erica was my teacher. She took over the THS Singers for a while, my sophomore year, and I love seeing how like happy they are. It just makes me so happy.
So for you folks out there, if you don't know, Eric asked Erica to spend the rest of her life with him, and she said yes. And so they are a very good duo.
Oh,
they've been on stage
Busy
together.
Bees, theater couple, music couple.
Yes.
It's perfect. I love it.
They've
so
taken
much.
on PAC together really well.
And well, they're both very structured in how they arrange things and do things. And Erica is always spot on about having things timed out and when you're supposed to be there.
Yes. She's very punctual.
Which makes it good for the entertainers and good for the people who work with her.
It's wonderful working with her.
Yes.
Definitely. I've worked with her and Eric before, and they're both just so very organized, and it's just very easy to get along with everybody. And I know this haunted house is really going to come together, so please come because it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be awesome.
And I believe every word they say, and you had better as well. So with that said, go to the packed production of Edgar Allan Poe for your Halloween spooky time, and you will enjoy it. And we'll be right back after these messages. Are you a shoeanista with no place local to find your style? Well, now you don't have to travel any further than Bren's Shoe Boutique, located at the Village on Jackson, 1940 North Jackson Street, Suite 120 in Tullahoma. From funky to formal, you can find the fit and style that will make you smile at Bren's. A shoeanista herself, owner Brenda Kemp offers brands like Rocket Dog, Jessica Simpson, Mia, Nine West, J. Renee, Bandolino, and more. Want that accessory splash that none of your friends have? Bren's offers a selection of one-of-a-kind handbags and jewelry with just the right bling. So if your shoe selection doesn't stack up, find what you've been looking for at a price you can afford at Bren's Shoe Boutique, now open in Tullahoma.
Hi, this is Peter, and I work for the American Red Cross. During events like this, people are always asking how they can help. For just an hour of your time, and a little stick in the arm, you too can help save a life. There's always a constant need for blood. Make an appointment with the American Red Cross and donate some blood. Call 1-800-RED-CROSS or go online to redcrossblood.org. Thank you.
The Charter Triple Play lets you experience TV, internet, and phone the way you want with no contracts. Hooked on HD? Now over 100 HD channels available. Movie Lover? Get 10,000 on-demand movies and shows. 1,500 in HD, including movies in 3D. Missing your favorite shows? Record and watch TV with DVR service for 4 rooms and over 780 hours of storage space. Get Charter TV for $29.99 a month. Photo Fiend, Music Fan, Video Streamer? Switch to super fast Charter Internet and do it all with the bandwidth to support all your devices. At 30 megabits per second, Charter Internet is 10 times faster than the phone company's DSL. Get Charter Internet for $29.99 a month. Want more talk for less? Charter Phone has unlimited long-distance calling with no added fees like the phone company charges. Get Charter Phone for $29.99 a month. The new Charter Triple Play. TV, internet, and phone for just $29.99 a month each when bundled. Call 855-81-T-PLAY now.
Driving down Cedar Lane and coming to work, and I noticed at the probation center at Cedar Lane and Wilson Avenue, there were about 40 patrol officers out there. So I stopped in to see what was going on. And what it was they had chosen that day, the Tennessee Department of Corrections, Parole, and Probation had chosen that day to conduct a random search. And the reason why is because the people who are on parole have certain restrictions that their parole causes them to function under, and just to be sure that the rest of us in the community are safe and sound, because a lot of these people are felons, they were checking the cars and the individuals and everything they had on them to be sure they didn't have anything that they shouldn't have. And I think that's pretty cool. It's a new project that they're doing. And I got this video and an interview that explains it a little bit more. Hope you enjoy this. I feel safer because of it.
All right, we're in Tullahoma, and this is in front of the probation office here on Cedar Lane and Wilson Avenue. And they're having an event down here with all kinds of investigators and police officials, and we're going to find out exactly what's going on here, see if they can give us a little report. They were waiting on someone to give us an interview. As people who are coming to the probation office for meetings, their vehicles are being searched, and there are dogs on site that will search these vehicles to make sure that they are in compliance with the regulations of their probation. Here's one pulling in right here.
Yeah, 6 people. No, sir. Hey, look at it.
Who's on probation? All right, he's out of the car, both of you.
And at this point, when the person on probation comes into a meeting, this is a tactical group that will be searching the vehicle and the people involved to make sure that none of their probationary restrictions are being violated. And then here's the K9 unit comes out and brings the dog. And the dog will search the vehicle. And make sure that there's nothing in there that's not supposed to be in there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dina Davis, District 5 Director of the Middle Tennessee region of the Department of Corrections, Probation, and Parole. And Ms. Davis, what is taking place here in Tullahoma today?
Today we are conducting a joint task force effort that involves the Tennessee Department of Correction, Probation, and Parole officers, as well as the Strike Force 2 Security Threat Group and Absconder Enforcement Unit. And we are also working with the Coffee County Sheriff's Department, and we're conducting parking lot searches today. And the reason that we are doing this is to provide community supervision to enhance public safety, which is our mission that we are now under.
All right, so you're in front of the parole office here in Tullahoma, and as people come to the parole office for meetings or whatever they need to do at the parole office, then you are searching their vehicles, searching them.
Yes, sir. We're searching their vehicles, searching their person, and this is just an effort to let the probationer and parolees know, which they're all felon offenders, that this is the way that we're going now that we're with Tennessee Department of Correction. And we've discovered a couple of weapons so far, and we'll see what else happens today.
So you're pretty much saying to them, you have restrictions involving your parole, and we're going to make sure you live up to them.
That's right.
And that helps the rest of the citizens of the area feel safer about what's going on around them.
That's correct, sir.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com, featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
The highest standard of excellence requires dedication and commitment.
It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of excellence in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
Welcome to the Rose Bowl. The team's taking the field. Not many people. Oh, my. He missed. Off to a rough start here. Somebody wants to go home. What's he doing?
If you're not watching college football in HD, you're watching Pee Wee TV. Graduate to Charter TV in HD and let it all in.
Welcome back. It's getting time for Bark in the Park. Teresa Holt is with me today from the animal shelter. I love what you guys do. Tell me about Bark in the Park.
We're very excited. This is going to be our 10th year to hold Bark in the Park, and it's an event for the entire family to come out. There's you can bring your family pet, your
and
canine.
And it's this weekend, isn't it?
Yes,
this
October 12th, this weekend, 10 to 2. At Wagner Park, and the primary reason we hold this is to raise medical funds for animals,
at the shelter.
At the shelter, or either like you may be a responsible pet owner, and you're at work and your dog gets out of that fence. Do you want and gets hit by a car? Would you like for us to try to save that dog?
Well, of course.
Exactly.
So you all do that.
Yes, and without medical funds, we cannot. And of course, I've always said it's the community, helping the community, because without the support we get from the community, I can make vet appointments all day, but I wouldn't have the money to pay.
Wouldn't have the funds to pay. If you don't know where Wagner Park is, just out of Tullahoma on Highway 55,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And if you're going out of Tullahoma, I guess that's over on the right.
Yes.
And easy to see.
And we'll have signs that say Bark in the Park.
And I know there's a lot of things that happen there, so let's talk about that. I love the part about Mr. and Miss Canine Tullahoma, and they show up in the Christmas parade. Now, how does that work? What do people do to involve their pet?
Okay, one of the activities that we have going on that day is always dog contest. They start at 10 and then end at 2, and the last one is the Mr. and Miss Tullahoma Canine. And they are crowned, and they also ride in the Christmas
so sweet.
parade.
They need to be dressed up? They're just picking out two dogs?
But the judge just picks the one he thinks looks,
more like a queen and a king. I love that.
Yes.
And they have little crowns.
Yes, and they're real crowns, and they get gift baskets.
Well, I know you have a lot of dog contests. What are some of the other dog contests?
Shortest dog, tallest dog. This year we've added 2 new ones, and we're going to see how the people like that. One is the best pooch smooch. The dog who can kiss the owner the best.
That's cute.
And we also have.
Can't think of what it is right now.
I'm trying to go down the list in my mind, and I can't think of.
But you'll have
the best smile and wag.
Smiling and wagging their tail.
And wag.
Okay,
and that's going to be
cute.
the friendliest dog. So that's another new one this year.
That's sweet.
And of course, we also have the best mixed pure breed and the best pure breed.
Okay. And so you have judges that are qualified to do that.
Yeah.
And I know there's food for sale, so there's plenty to eat there, and there's plenty of things for the kids to do.
Yes.
So this is a family affair, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, it's all about dogs, but it's for everybody to come out and have a good time.
And we keep the prices reasonable, like our Bark in the Park T-shirts, just $12. Hot dogs you can get for $1, drink $1. So it's not something that's
so you can actually get in the park for free, but you buy tickets. Is that?
Yeah, you can come in for free and look around. We have a silent auction. We're going to have pet portraits by Fairy Tale or Fairy Tree Photography, excuse me. Cole and Company, they're going to be doing body art on dogs.
Oh, funny.
We have another game.
I haven't seen that. What kind of body art you do on a dog?
You could put a star or a pumpkin.
Oh, sweet,
or, or put it on top of their head. Or just a lot of little games for the dogs to do. Bob for Weenies. We do that one every year. And pup art, where we put watercolors and let them do their pup art.
And their little paws.
Yes.
I bet you get some really good stuff there. Picasso may have done that. Who knows?
Exactly. You never know. And we always have dogs available for adoption.
I think that's really important for everybody to know that there's going to be all kinds of dogs. I know you have about, what, 70 at the shelter right now?
Right now our numbers did get down to about 55.
Okay.
We have been overloaded. We are a no-kill shelter.
And you will have some of those dogs at the park?
Yeah, we usually bring out a dozen, the ones that have been in the shelter the longest.
And if you're interested in getting an animal, you can always call the shelter. What is that number?
Yes, the number is 454-9580.
9580, and you can go in there, and I know there's all kinds of dogs.
Yeah,
so
we
if
have
you need a short dog or a long dog or a red dog or a black dog, you can find your dog down at the animal shelter, right?
The great thing about it is for a $35 adoption fee, which is a very low adoption fee compared to other rescues, you're going to get a free spay and neuter.
And I think it's a wonderful deal.
So for $35, you can't beat it.
And you all take volunteers to come in and walk your dogs?
Yes, we do.
And I worry about the dogs getting enough exercise, and everybody in this town needs some exercise. So go down there and walk a dog one day.
Exactly. And also don't forget we'll have the $15 microchips and the $10 rabies vaccinations.
And the $10 rabies is very, very practical.
Yeah.
Don't forget, this Saturday at Wagner Park,
10 to 2.
10 till 2.
You'll see the monkey bounce house out there and bark in the park
Lots of things
signs.
to do. Grab your money, grab your dog, show up and have a good time. Teresa, I love what you guys do. Keep up the good work. We'll be back with more of Living.
Have you heard that little voice that beckons you to come home to Tennessee? Well, here's your chance. Here's a property offered by its owner. It's 20 miles from the National Walking Horse Celebration grounds in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and only 10 minutes away from the Jack Daniel Distillery in Lynchburg. It's located at 769 Shipman Creek Road. This property has over a 5,300 square foot home on 45 acres, and a sprawling 200 acres is also available. Let's take a look at the house. Built in 1998, this home has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. This home offers wide open views, featuring the main floor with over 2,700 square feet of living room, an eat-in kitchen, a formal dining area, and a massive 20 by 19 master bedroom with a master bath and fireplace included. There is craftsmanship at every turn, solid cherry cabinets, built-in cherry shelves, and other solid cherry appointments. It's a 2-story home with 3 nicely sized bedrooms upstairs. Down a spiral staircase, the basement hosts a 40 by 40 den with a handcrafted bar. We're leaving the jukebox here, folks. The basement is a recreation room on steroids. There are too many closets to count and more than you'll ever need. There are so many places in this home to find peace that you'll seldom want to leave it. But when you do, you'll discover up to 200 acres of paved roads with city water. The property is quilted with streams, woods, ponds, and open pasture. The view from the porch alone is enough to say you're home. The property includes a 3-bay heavy construction shop and plenty of room to build stables and graze livestock. If Tennessee's been calling you home, start your journey by calling this number. A property like this comes on the market but once in a lifetime. We think you'll love it. We think you'll stay. This is a very real estate.
Charter Internet has the bandwidth to support more devices than anyone else in the market. So everyone can do their own thing, whether it's watching puppy videos or creating an all-powerful command center to mastermind the complete domination of the world, the universe, and... ooh, ice cream!
Get 30 megabits per second for only $30 and let it all in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, last week there was the general membership meeting for the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center for the purpose of electing a new board for that center. And I was there and took a little film, and we're going to bring that to you so you can find out who's on the new people on the board at the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center.
All right, we're at the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center now, and it's the evening for the general membership meeting where a board of officers will be elected, new board members. I think there are four seats that are vacant, and we will hope that we have enough here to have a quorum to vote. And there's signing up members out there and making notes and talking here, and there's 3 board members right there, the secretary, the treasurer, and the president.
I'm Varsity Groves. I'm president. This is my second year. I will be resigning my position on the board after tonight. We have 4 open spots on the board tonight. The way we're going to do it is we're going to have the report for the treasurer. And Rissa will be losing her this year off the board. And she's done a wonderful job as treasurer, knowing exactly where we were 3 years ago.
We had an operating budget of $44,450. Our actual non-grant revenue for this period was $49,400. Now I've rounded to even dollars on all these numbers. Actual non-grant expenses, however, for this period were $57,400, which resulted in an $8,000 loss for the year. At the same time, we had higher than anticipated and budgeted membership dues, so we offset some of that with $3,625 in membership dues that we had not planned on, which is a great thing. And we also had under budgeted our commission from art sales, so we brought in $4,796 more in art sales commission than we had anticipated. So we actually sold an incredible amount of art through this art center last year. So in evaluating the numbers very, very carefully, what we came up with for a 2014 operating budget was $66,220. The board of directors approved this budget at the August meeting. The budget is doable, but we need all the support that we can muster from our membership. And we need that support in time and in talent and in direct financial contributions.
This is Rob Allen. He's employed here, and he's been writing grants and doing a wonderful job at that.
Where we are in grants, it's more of a planning and strategizing and positioning us to where we need to be to get back to $50,000, $100,000 money from the state. And it's not undoable. It's just going to take time and a lot of effort and a lot of follow through and a lot of proof that we're worthy to the state. One of the main things that's helped us with our state rating is the Dun & Bradstreet number.
Rob's done a wonderful job since February, and I think it's going to really show itself within the next year, and we just need to support them any way we can. He and Katie by volunteers. Membership report.
Hi, I'm Anita Sapardi. I'm your membership chairman, and I've been in this role for 2 years. We started with in September 2012 was 255 total members, businesses and residents, and our September 2013 number is 322.
I tell you, Anita, she does an amazing job of membership report. She works really hard on it, and it's really important what she does because she does send notices out to everyone who's, I got one in the mail last week and I just paid tonight. But what she does is extremely important. She does a wonderful job, and that's on top of what she and her husband do here in general. They contribute a lot to this organization. Next it says is the president's report. So they come prepared, which is shocking. But I will tell you, I've been doing this for 2 years here. When I first came on board, I think the first time I'd ever stepped foot in this place was when y'all didn't have any bylaws. And so we helped create bylaws. And then someone suckered me into being on the board because they said I wouldn't have any responsibility. And the first board meeting, I was nominated as president. It's been satisfying for the last 2 years. It really has. It's been really nice to see how it's gone up. And we've kind of leveled off, and I'm hoping soon with the new board it will jump back up with more excitement, new members and on the board and all that. But to see how this place has evolved, I've said this before, thank God for the hailstorm. It did an amazing thing for the building itself, the structure. We had very good insurance, and I think that really helped springboard the excitement in the place when we had new paint, new outside, new roof. But it's been pleasant. We've had an increase in membership. There's been excitement, and the shows have been very good, and I hope that's going to continue. We've got a great staff right now. We need to support them. The new board needs to support them all that they can. Members need to be aware that if they have a problem or they want to suggest our staff to do something, that they need to bring that to the board. Volunteers, we have some great volunteers, and we couldn't function without you. We need to keep you. You've done a lot this year.
This is the new board at the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center. Jenny Orr, Shane Woodard, Betty Bertrand. Look at that right there. I'm blank. I'm just blank. Karen Engel.
Michelle Connor Marlowe. And Becky Childress.
Becky Childress. There they are, the brand new board of the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center. Give them support, folks.
Yes.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
When you see the sign, The Main Event, take a close look inside at a hair studio that offers services by some of the best master stylists in Middle Tennessee. These stylists offer a list of services that compete with large city salons, from trendy cuts for men, women, and children to the latest color techniques, including highlights and bold color accents. Other services offered include permanent hair weaving and relaxing to formal hairstyle for that special occasion. You can also give yourself a very special treat with a full makeover, including full body waxing. For your convenience, we are open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until the last client leaves happy. Call and make your appointment at 931-571-8682 or stop by our Tullahoma location at 207 North Jackson Street. Pamper yourself at The Main Event today.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
Weather vanes are one of the oldest methods of weather prediction. While there are a multitude of designs, the most sensitive weather vane is this rather unattractive dish shape. It detects rain, sleet, snow, even wind. You know it's working because when the bad weather comes in, your TV signal goes out. Quite ingenious.
Outdated satellite technology is no match for clear, reliable TV from Charter.
Hi there and welcome back to Living. I'm Marilyn Ewing. Alan Pittner is the brand new Chief Executive Officer of the Shelbyville-Bedford County Chamber of Commerce, and Alan joins us on this segment. Hello, Alan. How are you?
I'm fine, Marilyn. Thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. It's always good to see you and such. I think Alan's, for individuals who know Alan, he's kind of a laid-back guy, and I think on several occasions I've said, Alan, I think I'm more excited than you are with your new position. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. The community's been very supportive, and I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from a lot of people around town, and just looking forward to doing whatever I can to help our city grow and our county grow in a positive and orderly fashion.
When going into a position like that, what do you do first? How do you jump into that big pot?
What's the old saying? The best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. And that's kind of what we've been focusing on at the Chamber is just looking at each aspect, starting with the internal functions and operations of the chamber itself, and looking at internal policies and procedures to see what needs to be updated or changed or modified, and kind of going from there, looking at our membership list and seeing if how that needs to be updated and so forth. So those are the things kind of we've been focusing on the front end, and then doing some networking with the state folks at Economic Community Development, people with TVA and other agencies where we can get grant money and so forth. And I've been out visiting some of the local manufacturing companies in Bedford County.
Exactly.
Meeting with the plant managers, and Walt Wood, our former CEO, has been very gracious in opening those doors for me and getting in to see those people.
Sure. We've got strong industry. Calsonic, of course, that big announcement just a few weeks ago and such. We've got Walmart Distribution and, you know, some of the pencil companies and such. Some strong things there. So something to work with when you're wanting to recruit and develop even more and maybe expand as well. So can't go wrong with that. I think they are real strong and they've been there for some time. So we're proud of that.
Right, right. There is, you know, there's a statistic out there about local businesses. Over 80% of the new jobs in a community are created by your local businesses, by your local industries, and by startups within your own community. Not necessarily companies looking to locate in our county, but the companies that are already there. So we want to make sure we do everything to help those companies grow and be successful in their respective industries. And, you know, we can do that by providing them with a talented and trained workforce and giving them incentives to grow, giving them some opportunities for grant money and things like that, training new employees and so forth.
Oh, that's wonderful. Are there any obstacles at all, or it's kind of, now when I say that, Shelbyville just not right on the interstate, it's, you know, kind of a little different there.
There are a few obstacles, but I think they can be overcome. We are, you know, we are not right on the interstate, but we're not far from it. And we've got a good connector in 231 North. We would like to see a little bit better connection to I-65, but I think that can be done maybe over time. There's, you know, I think we've got some really good opportunities in Shelbyville. We've got a pretty good workforce. Could be a little bit better, but we're working toward that. We've got great educational opportunities in Shelbyville with our MTech, our Middle Tennessee Education Center, our the Tennessee Technology Center, but it's not called that anymore. It's the College of Applied Technology. But anyway, we know it as the Tennessee Technology Center. Of course, our local public school system is outstanding. So we've got good educational opportunities there for people, and we're constantly working on improving those.
Yeah, and so that's what you actually throw out there when you're recruiting and such. This is what we have. This is what we have. And such. So that's how it goes.
Right. Yeah. You have to, you know, you have to market your community just like you do if you have a business, you've got to market your community just like that. Really highlight all the positive things there are, and there are a lot of positives about Bedford County and Shelbyville.
Not too long ago, of course, that bypass came about. And how is that going? How is that working?
Well, you know, it does open up the community for additional opportunities for economic development along there, but it also, you know, it enhances traffic flow and some other things. It's a little early to tell. I think it's only been operational, a couple of years now, something like that. So it's a little early to kind of see the total impact now.
I think one of the maybe biggest complaints could be I'm seeing a lot of empty buildings. You know, those need to be utilized and occupied. So
they do, and you know, I agree with you there. In fact, you know, in my former company, we had empty buildings as well. Unfortunately, sometimes those buildings are built for whatever specific industry was in there at the time, whatever manufacturing concern or business. They were built specifically for that. So they don't always dovetail well to somebody actually coming to our community and looking at a new building. For whatever reason, they may not fit a certain manufacturing company or that type of thing.
Sure.
I don't know that there's a one-size-fits-all type thing, but we'd certainly like to see some folks in those buildings.
Sure.
But you know, it's a tough situation. Like I said, those buildings were built, and they were built a long time ago. Some of them.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of shape they're in. Certainly, manufacturing requirements and distribution requirements have changed over the years. Now you're looking at really tall ceiling heights, and some of these buildings don't quite have those. And some of them may not have the floor strength to accommodate the types of equipment that go into manufacturing now. So
Understood.
they're not perfect, but yeah, we'd love to see them filled up.
Yes. Your membership, how many members are active on your membership list?
We've got, I think, right around 500.
Okay,
just give or take, somewhere around in there.
Very important to become a chamber member.
Very, very much so. And one of the things that we're going to be focusing on in the upcoming year is working with our chamber members to see how we, as a staff, can provide them additional value for their membership. What we can do to help them, help their businesses grow. Stephanie Crosland, who was hired about 2 weeks before I was hired, is our new director of member services, and Stephanie's she's a little fireball, and I'm going to tell you, the members will be hearing from her soon. Right now, like I said, we're working on some internal things at the moment, but I just kind of have to keep a leash on her and keep her in the office and say, you've got to focus on these things first. We've got to get the foundation in here laid before we can get out and go forward.
I think you're going in the right direction, Alan. Again, congratulations to both you and Stephanie. I think that we'll see bigger and better things, and can't wait, because you know, Shelbyville is a wonderful community, and I think a lot of people will agree with that. So looking forward to what you're going to be doing and adding to.
Well, thank you. We're very excited about it, and we're looking forward to a very positive future.
Sure. Give me a phone number, or maybe a website or something. Individuals maybe can kind of check you guys out down there. Do I have to give that for you?
You know, we're actually updating our website right now. I think it's www.shelbyvilletennessee.org or something like that.
All right.
But we're actually working on upgrading that. We actually have some grant money. Phone number is 931-684-3482, and I hope I got that right.
Yes, you did. Yes, I'm standing behind you on that one.
And we're at 1000 North Cannon Boulevard, so come by and see us.
Oh, very good. Thank you so much, Alan. It's been a pleasure just speaking with you. And
well, thank you. I appreciate you.
A lot longer, but they tell me I've got to get out of here. So, again, thank you.
Thank you for having me on, and I hope to come back and keep you updated on the goings on. So.
Please do. Okay. Alan Pittner, of course, is the brand new CEO for the Shelbyville-Bedford County Chamber of Commerce. That's another segment of Living. Stay tuned. We've got more in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the paint. I just knocked the tree over. This is the paint doctor. I got the color wheel. Now, you know what a color wheel is? It is the wheel that the paint works, where you pick all your colors to paint your room. It could be a multicolored beard. It could be a underarm fan. You never can tell. One thing we do know is that it's time to paint. You know, you can make your wife very happy if you go to your house and paint some rooms, or you paint the outside of the house, the inside of the house. It makes them feel very good because you work hard for them, and they like that. All women like to see their man sweat. You know, they do. Honeydew is what they do. And you get to do it too. So you go to the paint works at 1960 North Washington Street, and you see David Heikkinen over there, and he's the real paint doctor. He fix you up with color. It's so nice when the color is right. Go to Paintworks today. Martin Senior. See? Martin Senior. Right there. Martin Senior at the Paintworks. Bye, and we see you next time. I'm burning up.
Who needs this modern world? I can live just fine out here without the road rage and boy bands. Of course, I might miss my Charter HD with football on ESPN and Walking Dead on AMC. ESPN and AMC. And, well, Shark Week on Discovery HD. But that's all. AMC, ESPN, Discovery, TBS, and Comedy Central HD. But that's it. Except for HBO HD.
Charter now has over 100 HD channels and more brilliant HD shows on demand than ever.
All right, folks, I love it when new business comes to Tullahoma, and we're fortunate to have a new Subway that's opened up in Tullahoma. That's Subway South, and that's over there on where Dameron's Restaurant used to be, right across the viaduct, right across the street from Thomas Auto Sales, where old Rusty hangs out over there, is the new Subway, and they had a ribbon cutting the other day, and I went over there, and Subway Man was there. Let's go see. Subway South, grand opening right here in Tullahoma, across from Thomas Auto Sales on Manchester Highway, right before you go over the viaduct. It's a new location for Subway, and we're looking forward to having them on this side of town. And this is the brand new Subway on the south side of town over here. And they're looking good in here today. They're going to have their grand opening here in a minute. And the ribbon cutting with the Chamber of Commerce. And just like always, you see all of those wonderful, wonderful Subway products here. And you get a choice to do just whatever you want to do. And they make it just exactly the way you want it. Yeah, they're starting to come in here for the Subway ribbon cutting. And there's the Subway Man right there, busting the move in Tullahoma. Look at it. You think he ain't got that step down? Look at him go. Woo-wee. All right, this is the ribbon cutting at the Subway right here. And these are all the chamber members. And there's the Subway Man. Look at them. Don't they look good? Yes, sir. Here's Jenny Garrick, the Traders Bank. They're the ones that funded this deal. So good news for the south side of town. There's a new Subway here. All right, ribbon cut, and there it goes. And there's the Subway Man right there. Look at that. Isn't that great? Congratulations to Subway of Tullahoma. All right, we're at the ribbon cutting and grand opening of what I call Subway South here in Tullahoma. We're with Kyle Newman, the manager here, and Mandy Green, who's the manager of the other Subway store in town. And congratulations. Just how happy are you?
We're extremely excited.
Extremely, yeah.
And we want
busy day today.
We want to thank everybody who came out today and invite the ones who didn't get to make it out. And also want to tell everybody not to forget to come see us at the other store now that this nice one's open. But once again, thanks to everybody that came out.
Okay, and Kyle, you want them to come through the door, don't you, buddy?
Bring them on. Bring your family. Bring your friend. Bring your dog. Let's leave it outside.
To leave him outside. Okay, folks.
Get your dog a $5 foot long.
All right. Hey, well, maybe that dog likes a $5 foot long. You never can tell. All right. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
Imagine a world with more birthdays. We're already working on that. We help people take steps to prevent cancer. The best present they'll ever get. We're the American Cancer Society. Help create a world with more birthdays at morebirthdays.com.
Charter Internet has the bandwidth to support more devices than anyone else in the market. So everyone can do their own thing, whether it's watching puppy videos or creating an all-powerful command center to mastermind the complete domination of the world, the universe, and... ooh, ice cream!
Get 30 megabits per second for only $30 and let it all in.
All right, we're back. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's right.
That's an eternity in the television business, particularly when you can't think of anything to say.
I've got something to say. I want to talk just a little bit about the opening of our performing arts season at South Jackson, which will be November 1st on Friday. We have, what's his name? Coming in to do Theodore Roosevelt. He looks so much like Theodore Roosevelt. Ted, is that his name? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Wyndham? Anyway, he's wonderful. I'm sorry. I've seen him. I've saw him in
He's done Presidents All. What is his name? He's from over in... over there. What's his name from over there?
He is wonderful, and I just hope that people will come out to see him.
Is he in Memphis or Jackson?
I think he has a residence that he stays in. Sometimes it's Swanee, but he's not from around here. He's not from around here. No.
But he's going to be Theodore Roosevelt.
Yes, and he does it so well that that's who I think of when I see him. Because I can always think of Theodore
I always
Roosevelt.
love going to those things. I like the...
Have you ever read much about Theodore Roosevelt? He's a really interesting character. Yeah. It's around the turn of the century. Give my regards to Broadway. A lot of good music came out of that period.
What's that hill down there?
Oh, San Juan?
San
Juan Hill,
or whatever it is he wrote up with the Rough Riders.
You know, Peggy's quite a character, too. And
I have no memory.
Really?
And I was thought of you the other day. There was a show on television, and they were talking about what people say in various areas of the country and what sort of phrases are inherent to that particular area. And one of the most popular phrases they highlighted on this show that the Southern people say was, your mama and them.
Your mama and them, yeah.
Your mama and them.
Or let's squeak. Let's squeak is one.
Let's squeak,
There's a lot of things we say.
Anything like twerk, squeak?
And my
twerk, oh, come on.
My son's mother-in-law picks up on this one. She says every time you go into a store in Tullahoma, it's, thank you. No, thank you. We say thank you.
What are we doing now?
We're gone.
We're done.
We're gone. We're done, folks. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.